Hey everyone, and welcome to Scion Plays Corpse Party Book of Shadows. And now, we continue straight on to Mirai. Also, gonna be looking at the walkthrough again, so don't get pissy, okay? Also, walkthrough helps. Oh, Yuka. I was wondering what happened to her. Where am I? The first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was a scene of a dark, gloomy room with flickering, uncovered light bulbs. The random bursts of light that shone were so dim that they only just barely lit up the wood grain on the ceiling, enough to see patterns in it. Ow! The back of my head hurt in the same way it would if someone had just pulled my hair really hard. I couldn't do anything about it though, so I just frowned and waited for it to subside. I wonder if I hit my head somewhere. I can't remember a thing. I suddenly realized that my feet weren't touching the ground, and there was a cold sensation along my back. I must have been lying on something hard. I tried to move, but my arms and legs had gone to sleep. They wouldn't budge. I just kept lying here until they woke up. I gave up on moving and instead just stayed there stared up at the gloomy ceiling again. I don't like it. The wood grain looks like a person's face. I knew it wasn't actually a person's face, but it really did look like one. And he was glaring down at me with a hateful expression. It was creepy. Why does it look so familiar? Why does it look familiar? Where have I seen that face before? Oh, that was it. It looked like the Scream face. That much picture painting we studied in class. Except this face was screaming in anger, and he hated me. I'm really starting to get scared now. If only Big Brother were here with me, you'd just pat my head and laugh and tell me how silly I was being. Oh yeah, where was Big Brother? I was still a little disorientated, but I turned and twisted my hand as best as I could, and I managed to see if I can find him anywhere nearby. I was sleeping. Why was I sleeping in a place like this anyway? Why wasn't Big Brother at my side like he always was? I remember bringing Big Brother's his umbrella and then doing some kind of charm with his friends, and then I was in this old school building. And then Big Brother and I were looking all over the bathroom so I can go to pee, and we got separated. Big Brother! Why were we here? Why were we in the school to begin with? Maybe the charm failed and this was our punishment. Maybe I was the one who messed it up. I probably shouldn't have even been there. If I hadn't asked him to help me and try to find a bathroom, we wouldn't be separated right now. I should have just held his hand and not let go. I could have lasted a little longer without peeing. Then we'd still be together. What happened to me after that? That's right. I finally found a bathroom, but when I went inside, there were lots of people hanging in the lots of them. Okay, so let's read everything that's happening. This one is Yuka is apparently everything has been going according to plan. Everything's been going right. The whole thing with Satoshi and Yuka, where she needs to go find the bathroom, then ends up getting separated because Satoshi ends up disappearing. I was so freaked out. I went back into the hall and collapsed onto the floor, and then I was talking with someone. It was a boy who got separated from his little sister, I think. He said he helped me find my big brother. That's right, his name is YUUYA Kazami. It hurts, it really hurts. Why can't I move? Why? Then I realized that I couldn't see my arms. Where were they? They weren't at my sides. They were still numb too. I couldn't feel where they were, but I tried to move my best. It sounds like rope. Am I tied up? I thought maybe the reason I couldn't feel my arms or legs and couldn't move is because I was tied up real tight. I was tied up real tight and I was cutting off my circulation. Come on, move! With some effort, I was finally able to move my fingertips. I started feeling everything. I could gratefully, even for this little bit of reassurance. I feel something. The rope around my wrist had been tied up real tight, and the loop and looped many times around, and with the circulation trickling back into my hands was really painful. It hurts! It hurts! I was so scared that it felt like I'd forgotten how to breathe. Someone's coming! The footsteps were echoing from out in the hallway. They stopped right in front of this room. Big brother? Big brother? I wriggled in place and screamed as loud as I could. I didn't even care about the old splintery rope cut into my wrist and my ankles anyway. Big brother, save me! It's Yuka! I'm right here! Save me, please! And it stopped. You shouldn't vibe around like that. The ropes would just hurt that much more. My apologies for the long wait. It's so dark in here. You must have been terrified. Oh, we're in the science room. Mira. What the fuck's with that face? Who is that? Kisame? Are you alright, Yuka? He was looking at me with a caring, sympathetic smile on his face. He seemed to be really concerned about me. Please save me! When I came to, I was all tied up! You were indeed. I'm the one responsible for that. I want to make sure that I never got separated from my dear little sister ever again. Huh? Little sister? You, of course. That's why I had to tie you down, so you wouldn't ever leave me. Why, Kisame? Are you joking with me? Why, you ask? What a silly question. I already told you because you're my little sister. What part of that don't you understand? I don't understand it at all! I'm not! Well, you're still just a child. So maybe you're simply too young to comprehend. Don't worry, but worry not. Your big brother will tell you all about it. Kisame! We're siblings after all. We simply have to reach and understand it. His eyes looked like they were staring far into the distance, like he was in a trance. I'm scared, big brother, I'm scared! Why was he doing this? Why did he tie me up? And why did he look so happy about it? I didn't get any of it. Every hair of my body was standing on end. I was terrified. Is there any way I can escape? The corner of my eyes were on fire. I couldn't stop myself from crying. The tears were flowing down my face like a waterfall. Kisame smiled and reached out and touched my cheek. His hands were ice cold. It was like there was no blood flowing through it at all. Like the hand of a dead person. I've waited so long for you to wake up. Now, show me that spark of life. Put everything you've got into it. And cry for me. Yuka, cry as loud as you can. He slowly and hesitantly took his hand off my cheek and began walking around me and towards my feet. He then gently grabbed my skirt with one hand and drew a knife from his breast pocket and with the other. It's showtime. There! Just like that! That's the voice I've been longing to hear, and the face. I've been longing to see it. It's only when one's terror and hopelessness reach their peak that the soul truly shines. I want to see more. Direct more of that at me! Yuka, I know you're capable of shining even brighter. Well, don't worry. Your big brother will help reveal that light. Covered in blood and writhing in pain. Ooh, true suffering is far, far prettier sight than this. What's wrong, Yuka? There is no time to rest. This is only just the beginning. The fun is only just beginning. Oh. So why don't you call me Big Brother? Big Brother, save me! Big Brother, please save me! What are you saying, Yuka? Your big brother's right here. Look, right in front of your eyes. No, my big brother is... Panic and fear just kept getting more power, and I felt I was hyperventilating. But Kazami showed no mercy. Instead, he reached out and grabbed my neck. Living rabbits really do make far too much noise.
Can't breathe.
What a thin neck you have. So soft and supple. I can feel your cardiac article and your clavicle vertebra perfectly. These muscles, this curvature, so sensual. Like it was made for my hand. Is it painful? It must be painful. This is your fault, you know. I am your only big brother around here. With that, he let go of my neck, and then hastily pulled the knife in his hand right up to my face. He made sure I can see every inch of it clearly, and just held it there, slowly turning it for what felt like an eternity. Have you gotten a good look at it, Yuka? The knife was stained with the red splatter marks. No, not even red, just dark. It wasn't a color. I knew well, but there was only one thing it could have been. Blood! Oh, this? No need to worry. Kurosaki dirtied it a bit, but it still cuts like new. I was shivering so hard I can feel my teeth vibrating. A chill ran through every part of me, as if I were so afraid that it actually lowered my body temperature. The chattering coming from my inside my mouth was getting louder and louder, to such an extent that I was even getting distracted by it. What a lovely face. My little sister is doing an excellent job, but her clothes are in the way. Kazami suddenly tore my uniform, exposing my stomach. What's this? Your belly is bouncing like a water balloon. It must be full of guts. He laid the knife blade flat across my belly button, and the sun sensation of cold metal against my skin sent every shivers up and down my spine. If it hurts, feel free to scream, okay? There's nothing to be ashamed of. Is that all you got? What's the matter, Yuka? You haven't given up already, have you? No. After I finally got my hands on the little sister I've always wanted. My throat was clearly dry. I was actually wanted to cry for help, but the walls of my air pipes were sticking together. Breathing was hard enough. Answer me, Yuka. Yuka.
No!
That's a good girl. Now it's time for the main event. Big
brother, save me!
Fear had taken over. I couldn't hold myself back. I knew it wouldn't go over well. I knew it would hurt, but I forced myself to cry out. Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! I'm your big brother, remember? Apologize, Yuka.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
Now that simply won't do. You have to say, Big brother, I'm so very sorry. Do it right this time!
Big brother! My big brother isn't you, Kazami!
I'm not your big brother. You bitch! What was that just now? Did I mention it? Hate me so much it makes you wet yourself.
Big brother!
Oh, how very interesting. Even in an embarrassing state, you still call off help from your big brother. Pitiful. You're my adorable little sister, and I'm gonna make you feel real good. So, there's no need to lie there crying in your own urine. It's pitiful. Pitiful? Did I just look down at this girl and call her pitiful? Why? Why am I feeling pity for her? What happened to me? What's happened to me? The poor girl. How is this even... How is it I can even exhibit such useless, empty emotions? Is there still some remnant of potential within a man like me to birth these paltry platitudes? Not like the others, and yet, even I keep telling you, there's no way my little boy would do something like that! I'm afraid it's true. Your little boy, YUUYA, brandished a pair of scissors with the intent to harm another child. You're saying this was done on purpose? By the time we arrived at the scene, he was looking down at his own bloody hand and laughing. We've done everything we can for him on our end. How do you wish to deal with him now? Now it's up to you. Please wait! Oh, I couldn't even manage to crush his eye. Ever since I was little, I've been unable to put myself in another man's shoes. I possess no sympathy, no empathy, and no respect for life. Slowly but surely, my parents started to see me like I was some kind of devil. They shunned me, they ignored me. They focused all their love and affection on my older brother and sister, on my highly successful and genuinely upstanding brother and sister. Well, maybe it's because you were freaking stabbing people, you bastard! Everybody liked them, and I began to realize just how different life was for people who are well regarded. Since my parents had given up on me, those siblings were the only ones who ever looked after me. My brother was practically obnoxious, always flaunting his honest student status and trying to make me into a good little boy. It was sickening. He used his standing as an elder to boss me around, and would even follow me to make sure I was behaving. But I did fight back once. Back in elementary school, I stood up to my older brother. What the hell are you doing? YUUYA, what did you just burn? It was an animal. Oh, are you mad because it smells? I just killed it now. So it still had some blood left in it. I'm just gonna smell no matter what. Ow. What the hell was that for, asshole? I honestly have no idea why he struck me, but this was the first time I'd ever been on the receiving end of violence. I was pissed. I tried to jump at him, but he was just too big, I couldn't stand a chance. Why do you have so little regard for life? How can you just kill another living creature? Why would you do something like that, YUUYA? Shut the fuck up! I'm the one who found it! I can do whatever the hell I want with it! I couldn't believe the asshole actually threw a punch at me. I was determined to hit him back. I wasn't going to give up until I succeeded. Unfortunately, his size really was insurmountable. It's an insurmountable object for me. My attempt to fight back was cut short by another, much harder blow to the same cheek. Now listen to me! That was twice now. I was going to make him pay. I swore I'd injure him. A punch was going to connect. If I couldn't hit him in the head, any part of the body would do just as well. Damn it! Just because you were born first, you think you're so tough. Well, if I were just a little bigger, then You're not getting it! You need to grow up, YUUYA! As long as you're not a complete idiot, you understand what I'm telling you someday. Our physical differences now aren't going to mean a damn thing in the future. Mental growth is what matters most. I want you to become someone who can sympathize with the pain of other people feel. I could have sworn I saw tears welling up in his eyes. The hell was that about? He just beat me up and he was looking sad. Damn it! I'm not like you. Yes, you are. You're my little brother. You'll always be my little brother. Nothing can ever change that. I can still remember what disgusting sentimental look he was giving me when he said that. You can die too. Then just die. I don't care, my brother. I'll kill. What the hell? Yeah, cut it out. Let go. Get your hands off me. Wait, asshole. Listen, mental growth is what matters most. Carve that into your heart, never forget. Fucking hypocrite! He acts all kind, but his punches hurt like a son of a bitch. YUUYA. Are you alright? You didn't suffer any head trauma or anything, did you? Just leave me alone! You may not understand what he was trying to tell you right now, but one day, when you've grown up, you will. Neither of you know the first damn thing about me. Why? Why the hell was I the last to be born? I want a younger sibling. Maybe then I have some clue what the fuck you two are talking about. Man, I love the piss out of a younger brother or sister. We do love you, YUUYA, both of us. Huh? I know that you're a good kid at heart. Come on, let's make a grave for this little critter, okay, YUUYA? A trash can would be just fine. YUUYA! If you keep this up, you're gonna be alone for your whole life! My sister grabbed me by both my shoulders and looked right at me in the eyes. When she said this, I didn't care about what word she was saying. I just pushed her away. So you're doing this because you love me, huh? Don't act like you're the first clue what I'm. Don't act like you have the first clue of what I'm about, you lying bitch. Yeah, it's the truth. I don't trust you. I don't trust anyone. I won't lose to anyone, either. I certainly won't tolerate other people lying to me. Not ever. That's right. I've been like this for a long time. I've always tried to figure out how to intuit what others are truly feeling. How to get honest reactions out of them. No one seems to understand that I'm incapable of understanding the people around me. That's why I made a point of studying the world and keeping to myself, simply trying my best not to stand out. I play the part of a loner. Who the fuck's this guy? I pretend I'm interested in bold conversations and smile. I pretend I care about the problems of others and fake a concerned expression. Not a single one of my classmates has ever caught on to the fact that it's all just a make-believe. They all grin with smiles, and I see through the lies. They all act like they can judge a person based on his outward appearance, without even seeing his true nature. Hey, it's Toka. It's Toko. Every one of them is completely deceived by my act. They're all empty-headed fools, worthy of only my contempt. They're just like my brother and sister, unforgivable cretins who lie to my face. That's why I've decided to conduct a little experiment. A way to see if I can really understand other people, and if I can make them understand me. I wonder if any of you were aware that all I ever wanted was to kill you. Like animals, humans are honest only when they're on the brink of death. They all look right in the eye and engage me in the real, true dialogue, with a rare exception. A rare exception? Do you mean Yuka? A fine answer. Just what I was hoping for you. Show me more. Show me more of those naked emotions. Yes, sadly. I will not perform for you. There was one who held back the screams and the begging and simply passed away in their silence. The hell is that? You trying to stand up to me? Yeah, I figured as much. It was a fairly unsatisfied kill. There's no need to be mutual. There needs to be a more mutual understanding. I expect to see more change within myself after coming to this place. But there was nothing. I killed, but I felt no remorse, no sympathy, none of the emotions I was supposed to feel. YUUYA, all life is equal. Don't ever forget that. All life is equal, huh? Yeah, sure it is. It's all the exact same when it's snuffed out. Humans, animals, and filthy worms alike. But I suppose there is one difference, even if it feels the same. After committing the sin of ending a human life, there's no turning back, no redemption. I didn't regret what I've done, but it did make me realize that I had no prospects now, no future. What was that? Did I just feel pity for someone? I'm so confused what the fuck's going on.
My stomach's all growly.
Yes. That was it even then. This odd sensation of taking pity on another human being. You're really shaken. Are you alright?
I have to go to the bathroom.
That badly? Why, have you held it in for so long?
I was with my big brother until just a moment ago, but we got separated.
Didn't you tell your big brother you needed to use the restroom?
I did, but we just kept finding unusable stalls. I thought about going somewhere else, but I didn't want my big brother to see me do that, so...
What a devout little sister. Yes, this is just what I've been looking for. A being far weaker than I, whom I tasked to protect. This is it. This is exactly it.
Is something wrong, Kazami?
If I had this girl by my side, this girl upon who I actually took pity, then maybe I could still be a future even for a man like me. Indeed, if I am capable of feeling sorry for someone, then maybe there still exists some means of atonement for my sins. I can just live with this little girl. So how about it? Will you live with me?
What? I think I'll be okay on my own now. I looked for my big brother myself.
By yourself? Why? After I finally found a little sister. Why must even she distance herself from me?
No! No!
Run, Rabbit! Run! Bad Rabbit, you come with me. You see, this is what happens when you disobey your big brother, Yuka. I've been screaming and crying so much that my throat was now bone dry. I couldn't manage any more than a whimper. My throat was actually in a lot of pain. It burned like someone had cut it wide open. Kasami raised the knife as if it were about to kill me, but for some reason he just froze like that. All I could do was lie there, struggling to breathe. Aside from his heavy panting, I could only hear the sound of my own chattering teeth. I didn't want to die. I want to see my big brother again, even if it's just one last time. I breathed in as deep as I could, then mustered every last bit of strength I had to call out with all my might. I wanted to call for help.
Big brother!
No good. The sentiment was there, but no words couldn't possibly have been heard by anyone else except the person that didn't want to hear that.
Big brother, Big brother won't know to come to help me if that's as far as I can go. Big brother, Big brother.
Oh. My strained breathing seemed to snap Kasami out of his trance. He brought the tip of the knife down onto his cheek, but didn't break the skin. You do know, no matter how much you scream, no one's gonna come and save you, right? He was looking down at me with blank, empty eyes. It was like he just woke up from a really long dream.
Big brother is going to come!
I was absolutely certain about that. He may not have found me yet, but I knew he was looking. He was worried and looking all over for me. It was only a matter of time. My brother is my prince, after all, and the prince always comes to rescue his princess. He's not coming, after all. He's already here. Your big brother is right here.
He is come.
Shut your mouth. My struggle to get out the words came to an abrupt came to an end as Kazami's hand pressed down on my face and covered my nose and mouth and suffocated me. For all the pain and fear I was feeling, I knew I had a chance to fight back. So I opened my mouth and bit down on his palm. I must have been even harder than I thought. I could taste his blood. It was warm and minery. And slid down my parched throat, easing a little bit of the pain and dryness.
He is coming! Big brother's coming for sure!
I just kept shouting. I didn't care if these were the last words I'd ever say. I had no regrets. I just wanted to cry out.
Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! Big brother!
He's not coming. He's not coming. He's not coming. He's not coming. Your big brother is not coming! It happened in an instant. Kazami just grabbed his head in both hands and let out a cry of pain. It didn't even sound human. What is this? What is this? What the hell is this voice I'm hearing? Do I really want a little sister? I did. I want a little sister. Someone weaker than I. Yes, someone who needed me. But was it really a little sister that I wanted? That's right. If I had a little sister, I'd change. My head! He grabbed his head again and began stumbling around. He looked like he was in real pain. Then, there were even tears in his eyes. Damn it! God damn it! God damn it all! What does it all mean? I don't need a reason! Not now! It's too late for that! This is who I am now! This is what I've become! Everything is mine! I stomped out everyone in my way! And held my head high the whole time!
Are you okay? Does your head hurt? I have some headache medicine in my pocket. You can take some if you want.
Oh! How does it come to this? If I had a little sister, maybe I acted a lot more like a big brother should. Yes, I'm sure of it. If I'd been just like my asshole brother when he was crying over me.
Kazami?
He fell to his knees and stayed like that, not moving, not even breathing. Oh, I'm fucking dead. After another unnerving yell, the huge man with a hammer just stood there staring at me. He had blood splattered all over him. Somehow, though, I got the impression he wasn't going to attack me.
Are you here to save me?
He reached one hand towards me and slowly and gently, though it may have been a little too slowly. He moved like a zombie as if he were watching the TV in slow motion.
What's wrong?
It almost seemed like he was afraid of me, but I was just a little girl tied to the table. What can you possibly think I did him? Is there someone else here? He didn't answer, and he wasn't sure he heard the question. He wasn't looking at me, he was looking past me.
I wanna know, what were you looking at?
Kill her. His mournful yell echoed throughout the room. My arms and legs suddenly went slack. I felt like I could move them. Oh, he said to save me. Slowly, I opened my eyes and confirmed that this enormous man had just smashed apart the tied knots and they were holding my hands and feet in place. I knew I didn't have much time. I tried my hardest to wake up my sleeping hands and feet and shaking the broken splinter rubs off my wrists and ankles. Kill her. Let's see. Now I have my choices now. So my choice is. When the die choice, choose consider other options. My arms and legs were still so numb that I couldn't trust myself to get out of the room safely. I had to figure something else. I had to buy some time. Seems like the little girl was pulling the huge man's strings, and he didn't really want to hurt me, so maybe I could reason with him. What are you doing? Kill her. What's wrong? He suddenly doubled over and began clawing at his throat, seemingly in a great deal of pain. Reasoning with him wasn't going to work. He was too unstable, and if he came down to me, or the little girl, I was pretty sure I wouldn't win. Now my chance to escape. Okay, examine the pills on the ground, bottom left. Oh, pills! Between the two stools and choose ticket. There's a bar on the ground filled with translucent liquid. Wait, is that it? It just says, examine the pills on the ground, bottom left between the stools. Take it. I wonder what's in here. No, it's not water. Is it? Hydric acid? How are you gonna plan to squat there like that? Kill her. Instantly, I threw the glass ball at the huge man with the hammer. He flinked and stumbled backwards. His hammer was still raised, however, and smashed into one of the light bulbs, and the ceiling shattered it. It's dark. But I might be able to get away now. The fiend had begun returning to my legs, so wasting no time. I habitually yelling, "Excuse me!" as I left. I darted through the dark lab, using what I remember of the layout to avoid obstacles and reach the door. Okay, we're out. Thank God for that. Uh-oh. Look at Sachiko. She's pissed off! How? Did you do that on purpose? Weather scum! Fix it, or you get no more rewards from me! Just go after her already! What are these rewards? How many times have we crossed paths with that girl now? I don't know. This is the second time, probably. Many has she the scrap. Many she has. Hang on. Maybe she has the paper scrap she kept to keep her safe. Her fate hasn't been sealed yet. Oh fuck. That's not good. That's never a good sign. I have to find somewhere to hide. I could hear the sounds of somebody else running, just a short distance in front of me. I couldn't make out who it was or with any certainty, but I did briefly catch a glimpse of a figure retreating into the darkness, and it looked like Big Brother. That was Big Bro just now, wasn't it? I took off in pursuit. If that was Big Brother, then I had to catch up with him. Big Brother! He mustn't have heard me. His pace never slowed when I saw him disappear around the corner. He's not stopping. I have to go after him. Big Brother! Okay, so now it says descend the Eva staircase. So Where am I right now? So we'll descend down this staircase. Actually, no, we'll just continue. Since we're on this one, we'll just go this. Where am I? Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now. I was in the lab. Since you went on this corner, I might as well descend down here in case there's something else over here. It's just like descend down either staircase. So yeah, that's basically it. Okay, we're at the stairs. So now there should be. It says head north 2 spaces and an adventure occur. What's that noise? Suddenly my field of vision suddenly got topsy-turvy and I was falling. It was an earthquake, but there was more than just that. The floor beneath me was moving up and down, and in time with the quake's left and right motions.
Big brother! Big brother!
I tried putting one hand on the floor for balance. I was getting back to my feet.
I need to keep going after Big Brother, otherwise I'll lose my trail. Lose his trail.
I thought I'd done it. I was standing up and getting used to it, to the vibrations. As long as I hugged the walls and walked, but all that quiet literally came crashing down around me soon enough. The widely shaken floor cracked and crumbled, and I was free falling. I'm not screaming that. Oh, now I don't get to play as Kazami anymore. Damn it, I was enjoying that. I was doing wonders for my voice. Oh, for fuck's sake, Rain! Oh, for God's sake, we're down here again! I raised my head and found myself lying on top of a pile of rubble. I wasn't too much for where, though, all things considering.
Where am I?
I looked around me finally, but saw nothing even remotely familiar. This was definitely some place new. It didn't feel much like a school anymore. The walls and floor were made from packed dirt, with only railroad ties keeping it all in place. It's really musty down here. I knew I was on the ground. I had to be. It just felt that way. There were no windows anywhere, and based on the smell, there was no ventilation either.
It's really hard to breathe. Oh no, Big Brother!
Big Brother might have been caught off guard by the earthquake too. I thought he could have been down here. Could be down here. He was a big one after all. Maybe he was injured. Maybe he couldn't move.
I have to find him right away.
I tried pushing myself up from the rubble, ready to shoot to my feet and continue the search. That didn't last long, however. My hands and feet were still numb from the ropes, and it made it kind of hard to keep my balance. I fell back on my butt. My underwear was completely waterlogged, like full of sponge. It squished unpleasantly on the debris, sending a cold chill through my entire body.
What's going on?
I reached down and I felt it. It was absolutely soaking through. It would take forever for it to dry.
That's right, I forgot. I peed myself.
I was so wrapped up in running for my dear life and chasing after my brother. I didn't even notice the wetness, but now I couldn't get it out of my mind.
It's so gross.
Tears were welling over my eyes. How could I be so pathetic? I forced myself to my feet, doing my best to try to ignore the squishy sensation. I wouldn't be able to ignore it all for long, though. My panties were noticeably heavier now, and the urine that they absorbed was practically ice cold. I couldn't go on like this. I was going to get a rash or catch pneumonia or something. Every step was going to be on its own form of squishy. But what could I do? I could take them off, but then what? Carry them? Ew. Leave them on the floor for someone else to find them? No thanks.
Big Brother! Big Brother!
I swallowed my pride and held back my tears as best as I could, and I whopped onwards.
Is there anywhere I can go to get these off?
Fine, that's the reason why it says head to the ghost bathroom and examine. So now it says head to the ghost bath. Then it says take the loose piece of floor on the ground.
Is this an actual bathroom? There's no protective seal, and No weird smell.
The only bathrooms I've seen to this place were unusable. Charms on the doors mysteriously seen in the room shut. Dead bodies hanging in stalls. But this one looked to be a completely normal bathroom. Certainly the most normal I've seen getting stuck in a place like this. Alright, so let's go in. Let's go into the bath. Wait. What the fuck? It says I'm in the bathroom. What kind of bathroom am I in? There's a loose piece of wood on the ground. It says to take the wood, I think. Take the wood!
This might be useful for something.
A piece of wood!
I wonder if I can get into the stores.
I tried pulling on the wooden doors.
Is anyone in there?
I listened carefully for any hints of response, not even going so far as to hold my breath.
I guess if somebody did respond, it would be pretty scary.
But there wasn't a single sound to be heard. The entire room was dead silent. The walls were made from packed dirt. After all, and this was a lot of moisture in the air. Effectively, the whole place was naturally soundproofed.
This is perfect. There's nobody else around.
I backed away from the stall slightly and almost tripped over the fairly sizable crack in the ground, about 5 centimeters wide and 1 centimeter thick.
This might be a good spot to hide them.
Finally, I was able to get these waterlogged panties. Despite being alone, I still crouched down and removed them as discreetly as I could. I then stuffed them tightly into the crack and I discovered
The hole's not big enough. Some of it's still sticking out. If there was a bit more space, what do? I know, I can make it bigger with the freaking piece of wood.
Use a piece of wood.
I'm so glad Big Brother didn't have to see me doing this. Please don't let anyone find them until I'm done. Especially not Big Brother.
Now that Big Brother would be likely to wonder. Not that Big Brother would likely to want to go to his bathroom, but it wasn't possible given the circumstances. It's just to be safe. I figured it couldn't hurt to pray that it didn't happen.
Maybe I should stuff them down even further. It'd be embarrassing if anyone else would see them. Okay.
My underwear was totally buried and out of sight. There was no way anyone could come across them if they didn't know it was there. Satisfied, I stood up.
It's so drafty now, but still, it's a lot better than wearing wet panties. It's been nothing but earthquakes since we got here. I wondered if this place would be okay. It seems even older than the school building.
Anyway, I peeked my head out from the bathroom and looked around.
No one is out there, right? Big Brother!
My voice echoed a lot louder than I was expecting. It actually did surprise me, considering the wet dirt walls. I didn't think the sound would travel that far.
I'm scared. If any of my brother's friends are nearby, please. I really want to wash my hands.
I began walking through the hall once again. This time a bit slower and more unevenly due to exhaustion. They better not slow me down. Alright, it's just we need to head off to the body pool. Maybe that's what it says on the list. Man, it's a very long trek, if I remember correctly. The door to this room particularly was shuddering ever so slightly, as if a breeze were blowing against it gently.
I think I could open this.
Slowly and hastily, I put both hands on the doorknob and started to turn.
I guess I can go in. Alright, let's see what's in here. I hope it connects to the exit somewhere. It smells awful.
As soon as the door opened, even a crack, a powerful horrible stench slammed into my face and twisted around my nasal cavities, and like a jet of water.
This is the smell of something rotten.
I was instantly feeling nauseous and lightheaded, as if I was suddenly deprived of oxygen.
I can't do this. I need to get out of here. That sounded like what? Is that water in here?
Holding my nose, I stepped back into the room, and crept over towards the source of the noise. If there were water here, maybe I could wash my hands. I thought, well, where is it? The extreme thirst came back full force as well. Clean water was the greatest thing I could possibly find right now. I accidentally kicked over a bucket, spilling its contents up onto the ground in front of me. And then she found out she was in the body pool. Countless flies immediately fell out from the overturned bucket and began swarming all around me. Their buzzing wings sounded right up against my ears as if they were attacking me. I let go of my nose and began waving my ears and wildly attempting in vain to drown them away. I can't see my hands in front of my face. As I haphazardly stumbled forward, I found my foot splashed in shallow liquid. Mere moments later, my hand came into contact with a wall and brushed against the switch, and I heard a faint click, and then I found myself in the body pool again. The lights blinked on, and I got a clear look at the room.
What is this? Are these bodies?
Large portions of the floor had been dug out into something resembling a pool, which was filled with stagnant, discolored water and dismembered bodies. The bodies were decomposition a lot faster than they would naturally would. On the amount of the wetness, most of them had swarms of maggots instead of the faces. Several bodies had actually washed up on the ground outside the pool as well. Those few still had limbs. Looked like they were helpful. Hang on. Whew. Those few that still had limbs looked like they may lose them at any moment. Their torsos were all swollen and black, and everything else had white bones.
Why are there so many bodies in one place?
The body was spurred and sappy mucus from its nose and the mouth staring at it with an ugly mean expression. The thick fluid coming out of it was reddish brown in color. It seemed to be disgusting mixture of blood and dried bugs.
What's that sound?
Some sort of huge door. A huge door high along the top of the walls opened up, and I can clearly feel a breeze blowing through the door. Was it a trash chute? If I climbed up, maybe I can get out into the school. What is that? I can hear something. It's getting closer. I was afraid that one might be coming through, so I put some distance between me and myself. Something heavy fell from above and splattered into the pool, spraying my face with rotten, stagnant water.
A body?
The body that had just fallen into the pool was wearing a school uniform. As soon as it touched the liquid, it began bubbling and melting into it, as if it were a bag of ingredients tossed into a stew pot. One of the poor victim's lungs floated to the surface, giving the whole scene even more of a sick, soup-like appearance. Jesus Christ.
I need to get out of here now. I can't stay here any longer.
I dragged my wet feet out on a dry part of the ground for a second or two, and then made a dash to the door. As soon as I was back out in the hall, I fell to my knees in shock. I couldn't even move. The smell of death and decay was still sticking to me, and still trying to snake its way into my nose. It was all I could do not to throw up on the spot. I hadn't eaten anything for hours, so I'm not even sure what I'd actually be throwing up. But I still felt like I had to, more strongly than ever before. Maybe it would have been best just to let it come out. I'm sure it would have been better afterwards. But I honestly didn't want to see my own vomit right now. Now, after all the other disgusting things I'd seen, I had enough.
Why has all this happened?
At a time like this especially, I really long for my big brother. If only he were here with me. I cried out for him as in the prayer.
Big brother, please, come and save me.
Come save me. Can't move.
Is somebody there? Is somebody there?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no!
It hurts.
There was a little girl here with arms outstretched begging for help. I rushed over to her side.
What's wrong? Are you alright?
She was faintly glowing.
Is she a ghost? My chest really hurts, and my chest feels like it's on fire.
It seems to be she seems to be in a lot of pain, but all I can do for her is here. I don't see any injuries. Is it painful?
It hurts.
All I can do for her was physically comfort her. If I rubbed her back, maybe she'll feel better.
Thanks.
Sorry, this is all I know how to do. It feels a little better now.
It does. I'm glad to hear that.
The girl grimaced again, as if she was experiencing some new pain all of a sudden.
You shouldn't push yourself too hard, okay?
Okay.
So how did you get lost in here too?
I don't know.
I just woke up in here.
Woke up.
And I've been so alone.
Ah, so you've been all alone all this time?
You've been a real trooper then.
I gently brushed my hands against the little girl's face, wiping away her tears. I only just met her, but I already really felt for her. For her. She had it a lot worse than I did. So tell me, what's your name? Sachiko. Sachiko. Your name is Sachiko. Mm-hmm. I'm Yuka. Yuka Mochida. Yuka. Big sister Yuka. Big sister? You want to be your sister? Hmm? No, it's just a little weird to hear somebody call me a big sister. That's all. But I like it. I took Sachiko's tiny little hand in my own and pulled it. There we go. Can you stand right now? Sachiko's hand was so thin and light compared to her own. Not just light, it almost felt like it was completely weightless. I guess she really is a ghost. Sachiko noticed me staring at her, and I must have had quite a look on my face. This seemed to have bothered her, so I did my best to force a smile. She sure was worried. I'm sure she was worried I'd leave her all by herself again. I wanted to make sure she knew I was here for her. What's wrong, big sis?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about something else.
I'm sorry. Sachiko lowered her head and looked like she was about to cry.
Wait, why are you apologizing?
Because I think I'm a ghost. I'm different from you, big sis.
I'm so sorry if I scared you.
Was just my fear really upsetting this little girl? That's so much? That's terrible. I took Sachiko's hand in both of mine, turned to her and ducking down low so our eyes were level. It's okay. I'm scared of ghosts, but I'm not scared of you, I promise. You're not scared? For real?
No, I'm not. I'm not scared of you, Sachiko.
Big sis, are you gonna leave me? I did have to think for a moment since I knew I couldn't take a ghost with me very far. But in the end, I also knew I couldn't just leave her. Well, will you come with me to look for my big brother? Your big brother?
Yeah, he's really kind, really dependable person. I'm sure he'll be really nice to you, Sachiko.
Her head was still down, but her eyes were peeking up at me. She looked nervous, but for the first time since we started talking, she also looked hopeful. You don't mind if Sachiko comes with you?
Sure. If you're not alone anymore, Yuka, your big sister, is here with you. For you.
Honestly, I was only 2. I probably wanted her with me just as badly as she wanted someone with her, ghost or no.
Come on, Sachiko, let's go.
I turned to head back down the hall, but was stopped by Sachiko tucking my uniform. She was wearing a forced smile on her face, but still it looked uneasy. Big sis, will you do what I say? What you say? What was she gonna tell me to do? I was so surprised by the question. I wasn't I wasn't sure how best to respond. But the longer I thought about it, the more uneasy she looked. Your big sister will listen to any request you make. Really? You can ask me anything you want, anytime. Okay. There was clearly something specific she had in mind, but I wasn't going to push her about it. She asked me when she was ready. She seemed satisfied with my answer and let go of my uniform. And so, hand in hand, we continued down the hall in search of my big brother. Oh god, it's gonna end bad, isn't it? Oh, the music changed. I recognize this music from chapter 4. Alright, so now it says, enter the death room. I will do as this game tells me, and I will enter the death room! I guess Big Brother really isn't in here. Guess not. Have you seen anyone else in here besides me? Uh-huh. That's all she said, and then silently, she squatted on the ground and wrapped her arms around my knees. What's wrong? Are you hurt? Big sis, I'm cold. You're cold? She nodded firmly, mostly exaggerated. Almost exaggerated. I guess that makes sense. If a ghost can feel pain, then there's no reason she couldn't also feel changes in the temperature. Sorry about that. The text just popped on my phone. I guess that makes sense because ghosts can feel the poor girl. As if to show me just how cold she was, she then showed visibly shivering. Hey, Setsuna, if there's anything I can do to make you feel better. Anything? Uh-huh. You've been through so much already. I don't want you to go through anything else. So, if I can help you, just tell me. In that case, can I have those? She was pointing at my feet. My socks. This is the first time I noticed that Sachiko was walking around barefoot. I'm so busy worrying about myself, about finding my big brother, that I completely failed to pay attention to poor Sachiko's appearance. I'm sorry, I didn't notice earlier. It's alright. Sachiko shook her head. If I'm supposed to I really need to be more observant. I need to be paying more attention. If I were big brother, I would have noticed that right away and given her my socks. But it wasn't too late. I took up my shoes and socks and offered them to Sachiko. They were a little wet, but still better than walking around in the dirt. I didn't really like the idea of doing that stuff myself, but just look at this poor little soul shaking foam convinced me I was doing the right thing. Thank you, big sis. Sachiko took the socks, leaving the shoes in my hand. Are you okay with only my socks, Sachiko? You don't want to wear my shoes over them? I'm okay. If I took them both, then you'll be barefooted. She flashed a gentle smile at me, which stayed on my face. Which a gentle smile at me, which stayed on her face the whole time she slowly put on both my socks. I don't want my big sister to get hurt after all. Well, that's very thoughtful of you, Sachiko. I patted her hair just like my big brother always did to me. I love you, big sis. A smile had grown. It stretched from cheek to cheek, and I began to feel like I'd do anything at all to keep her happy. I wondered if this was how Big Brother felt when I smiled at him like that. Let's do our best in here, Sachiko. Despite the severity of the situation, I was in high spirits. I almost forgot just how horrible this place was. Do our best. Let's do our best to find Big Brother. Oh, Sachiko, did you say something? I thought that was a gecko, but it sounded different. Somehow, like her voice had changed. Because someone else was here. Uh-huh. You're so cute. I just want to mess you up right now. Huh, what? I didn't say anything. I guess it was just my imagination then. What is it that they usually say in the movies must have been the wind? Not too likely in the stagnant underground bunker like this, but still. I guess I'm just getting paranoid. I didn't pull myself together. I'm a big sister after all. I put on the bravest fist I could manage, and marched back into the hall, pausing only to make sure Sachiko was still behind me. Wait a minute. Isn't this the chase music? I think. Let's see. I don't really care about getting the name tags, actually, funny enough. I mean, they're just name tags. I mean, what the hell are they supposed to do? Maybe they unlock some more stuff I don't know about. Big sis? What is it? Is something wrong? It's my feet. My feet hurt. Your feet? The soles of Sachiko's feet seem to be bothering her quite a bit. As we stood there, I noticed she was fidgeting in place, not trying to stand on them. I guess they would hurt, huh? You've been walking around in just socks after all. She said nothing else. She stared at my feet. She seemed to want my shoes now, but didn't say anything since I offered them earlier and she turned them down. So I just smiled and decided to offer them again. Do you want my shoes? Is that okay? Of course. We wouldn't want you getting hurt anymore now, would we? What about you, big sis? I'm your big sister, so I'll just be fine. I wouldn't accept any objections. I just took off my shoes and handed them to Sachiko without any other word. Cheerfully, she slipped them on over her socks. They were a little big on her, but I knew she'd feel better after having them on. Thank you, I'm really happy now. Let's get going now, then, okay? Ah. Sachiko wasn't used to such big floppy shoes. She took one step and stumbled forward. Are you alright? Here, take my hand. Okay, big sister Yuka. I love you. Sachiko, I've already looked here and there was nothing to find. Let's go back. Oh, really? Where the hell am I going? Is it really okay to keep going like this? Let's go this way. Sachiko was pointing down the hall towards the spot where the earthquake had dropped me. This way? Is there something over there? I don't know. But come on. What's that sound? I wanna go in there. In there? My room is locked. It just made a sound like it unlocked. Is there something in there? Please, I wanna go in. Well, alright, let's see what's inside then. Sachiko nodded firmly and practically dragged me by the hand over to the door near my entrance point into this hallway underground maze. The storeroom? I'm going in circles now. Well, this is a pretty big room. Over there. Energetic as it can be, Sachiko pulled me further into the darkened room. Sachiko, wait! Ow! I suddenly felt a sharp pain on the sole of my feet and looked down as to see what happened. Oh, a nail! The floor here was actually kind of a mess. It was bumpy and uneven. And there were all kinds of tiny, sharp-looking objects scattered everywhere. That's glass. Not just old rusty nails, but bits of glass, loose wooden boards with jagged edges and splinters all over, and plenty else I can identify. I'm bleeding. So cute. Sachiko? What's wrong, big sis? You're over there. So what was that voice I just heard? Let's examine the futon. It's a stack of folded up Japanese style futons. What's this? It looks like an old Insta camera. Sachiko had found an old oversized Insta camera lying around somewhere and was holding it triumphantly in her hands. Ah! Right! That stormy. Looks like it still works. May I have it? Sure, but isn't it heavy? That's okay, I'm happy. Smiling from ear to ear, Sachiko carefully examined every inch of that camera. She was an innocent little girl with a brand new toy. Big sis, Sachiko is tired. Do you want to take a nap on those futons? Uh-huh. Carefully tiptoeing across the little strained floor, nursing my sore and bloodied foot. The whole while, I snaked my way over to the futons. I didn't much like the idea of sleeping in the same room as a dead child, but I had to admit I was pretty exhausted too. They're a little damp and mushy, but if we laid over them, we can at least get. Jesus Christ! We can at least get our feet out for a while. I'm so sleepy. Okay, I'm laying yours out for you right now. As soon as the futon was on the ground, as far as I could possibly go, Sachiko sprawled out on the ground. It wasn't long before her eyes started tripping. Yay, futon! Seeing this innocent little girl joyously stretching out to take a nap was enough to lift my spirits and renew my hope. I'm so glad Sachiko is here with me. Thank you, big sis. Thank you too, Sachiko. I don't know what I would do if you weren't here with me. She must have been tired. She was out like a light the second her head touched the pet bedding. She's so cute. I should sleep too. I've been walking for a lot. I hope that I wake up, I'll be back home. So let's talk about sleeping. I'm gonna fall asleep. Fall asleep on playthrough. I woke up to find myself being shaken. Sachiko was trying to get me up, and her expression had gone as white as a sheet. Hey, big sis! What is it? She was on the verge of tears. Something seemed to have really spooked her. Did that huge man find us? Was she attacked? That's okay. Did something happen? Tell me what happened. Nice and slow. I lost my hairpin. Your hairpin? When I woke up, it was gone. Oh, okay. So that's all, then. That's all? Oh, sorry. I thought it might have been something more scarier. Where did you lose it? If we look, I'm sure we'll find it. The two of us searched every inch of the room, me with my wounded feet, but we came up empty-handed. Sachiko, is there anything your big sister can do for you? This whole time while searching, Sachiko hadn't said a word. I was hoping invoking our sisterly bond might help cheer her up. Hair keeps getting in my eyes. It hurts. It gives me that thing. It hurts. Give me that thing you're wearing. She raised her right hand slowly and pointed to my headband. I'm sorry, but that's one thing I can't give away. As soon as I refused, Sachiko let out a faint, unworldly groan. Uh-oh. In the next moment, her face distorted and changed. She no longer looked like an innocent girl. She looked well and truly like a demon now. Sachiko? Give it to me. Give it to me. The look in her eyes alone sent chills down my spine. These were the eyes of someone who meant me harm and was perfectly capable of inflicting it. What do I do? Give her the headband? After a short while, choose the option of either will allow the true ending, though there are some differences between the two. Noted below. The rest of this, choose and give it will lead to the true ending immediately after the scene plays out, and choosing to stay firm is slightly lengthier with a bit more gameplay, an extra scene, a CGI along the way. Events play out differently, and it's worth trying both, I'd say. Let's fucking do it. It says both options lead to the same way. Sachiko was continuing to groan under her breath. Fearing what she might be capable of, I desperately tried to console her. Sachiko, please, I want you to listen. This is something my mom just bought for me. It's very important reminder of her. That's why I can't give it to you. Your mom? Somehow or another, that seemed to quell her anger. Her facial expression snapped back into that gentle, kind girl that I'd been talking to all this time. That's right, I'm really sorry, but I had to turn you down on this one. That's when your mom? She was oddly receptive to this explanation, and even seemed fascinated by it. Maybe it caused her to remember something about her own mother. She was a little girl, after all, so her mother was probably really dear to her in life. Mom! Mom! She looked like she was on the verge of tears again. I began to feel bad that I even broke the subject. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. She still seemed a bit sad, but she nodded. Maybe, and she understood that I wouldn't give her my headband, and maybe she was okay with it. Oh yeah! I love this song! Let's see. Okay, so it says for me to head back to the bloody pool, so let's do that. I don't know what to expect, so just that's where it says to go. Hey Sachiko. Sachiko, hey Sachiko. She wasn't even looking at me anymore. I must have really upset her. Listen Sachiko, I can't give you my headband, but I can give you something else. Anything you want. Something else? There's not a lot I can do, but if I can make you feel at ease, I'll be glad to help. Something else. Alright then let's go in here. But this room is, I really don't want to go back in there. Sachiko! Without a moment's hesitation, Sachiko just opened the door and walked right in. I didn't even have an opportunity to stop her. What do I do? The first thing I noticed when I entered the room was Sachiko's form sprawled on the ground at the foot of the pool. She was twitching a bit and moaning again, but this time it sounded more like a moan of pain than anger. Sachiko! Sachiko, are you alright, Sachiko? He stepped over her and turned around so as to put the decayed bodies behind her back and out of my sight, then started shaking her. I felt like I absolutely needed to snap her out of it, whatever this was, before something terrible happened. Big sis, thank goodness you're awake. I could feel her tiny cold hands on my abdominal through the cold cloth of my skirt. She was pushing me backwards with tremendous force. Don't touch me! I lost my balance almost instantly and toppled over. It somehow felt like my fall occurred in slow motion. The wall and ceiling of the room grew more and more distant, and it happened gradually. Then I felt the murky liquid on my back and fell and heard the splash. I was in the pool of dead bodies. Oh god. That is terrifying! Because I fallen back, it took me far too long to regain my bearings. I was submerged in that horrible tainted water, close to drowning. I finally broken through the surface, dodging the many dislodged eyeballs that were floating on like peas in chicken soup. Each one wrapped in dull red bludgeoning veins. I didn't even want to think about what was in all of the water I swallowed. Unfortunately, much of it was still on my tongue. My mouth was filled with tiny bits and pieces of human beings that the taste was overpowering. I was gagging and belching so hard. It felt like I was going to regurgitate all my internal organs. I tried to scream, but you could barely hear any sound past the foul, lumpy stew in my mouth. Big sis, you're disgusting! So gross, so chunky! I was losing consciousness fast, and I remember silently praying, silently hoping that this was just all a dream. As the world faded around me, I just kept focusing on that one last wish. Please, let me wake up in my bed. Big sis, here! Sachiko! had no other choice. I grabbed Sachiko's outstretched arm and marveled again at her strength, and she effortlessly pulled me out of the water. You saved me! My entire body from head to toe was covered in sticky, goopy chunks of unidentified human flesh from the countless different people. Big sis, you got something on your head. Something? Slowly, hesitantly, I raised my hand to my head to feel around and determine what this something might be. I wasn't looking forward to the answer. What I felt was a huge clump of something stuck to my head, and I started touching it lightly caused something to stick to my hand as well. It was a massive ball of fingers and toes. Disgusting. Big sis, there's still a lot more on you. The severed digits were all stuck and slimy that I got and completely wrapped up in my hair like rollers that they weren't coming out easily. Calm down, big sis. Big sis. What the fuck's going on? Like, this chapter's fucking confused me. Like, why is she good? Is this supposed to be the good side of her? And like, but she's also has the bad side. It's just trying to take over as well. I must have passed out when I came to. I was lying on the ground when Sachiko looking over me. Big sis, I'm sorry. She was on the verge of tears again. But wasn't that her voice I heard giggling at me? If not, then whose was it? Was I just hearing things? That had to be it. The sweet little girl couldn't possibly have been that twisted. No, it's okay. I didn't care how filthy I was. As long as the Chico was alright, that was all that mattered. She was my little sister now. After all, I had to take care of her. I had to look after her. What the fuck? Holy shit! Darkness fucking jumped! Big sis, you're so slow. Wait for me, please, Sachiko. What's wrong with me? My legs feel so heavy. Somehow Sachiko had wound up in the lead, and I was following her blindly, struggling to keep up with her blistering pace. Big sis, you're all gross. Keep away from me. Looking down at my uniform, sure enough, it was soaking through with the blood of those poor victims in the body pool, and smelled really awful. You're right. I'm gross. I'm sorry. I don't recall saying that, or even trying to say that. It's like my mouth was moving on its own, like someone else's thoughts. Big sis, you sure are an idiot. You know that? Yeah, I'm sure I am. If this was how she was going to treat me, then why was I being nice to her? Why was I doing whatever she asked of me? It was bothering me. And yet, it wasn't. Honestly, I didn't care anymore. I was content to just follow this abusive little girl to the ends of the earth. How was this again? Store 90. How long have I been walking? I wondered. Sachiko, are you still okay to walk? I was following Sachiko despite myself. I had no idea how much time had passed, but it felt like an eternity. But she completely stopped stopped answering any of my questions. Guess that's enough. She came to a halt. What's wrong, Sachiko? She turned around and looked at me with wide, innocent eyes. There's something Sachiko wants to give you. Wants you to give to her. What is it? What was it going to be this time? I honestly didn't want to know, but the question came out of my mouth anyway, so what is it? Whatever she wants, Sachiko, you can have it, just say it. Well, in that case... Can I have your life? My life? Somehow, some part of me knew this was coming. It was only a matter of time. I can't give you... Once again, I couldn't seem to control the words coming out of my mouth. It just said whatever it wanted to say, regardless of how I felt. You may have my life. She was laughing again. It was a wild, crazy laughter. She was ecstatic. No! No! Why not? You said you gave me anything I wanted. Because you're my big sister, right? Setsura's smile almost seemed to twinkle in the dull light of the corridor. She had the face of an angel, but it was just a mask. I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. No, please! I mustered all the strength I had, trying with whatever life was left in me to denounce her words and resist her pull. There was no hope for me anymore, but still I clinged to what I could. If I could just reject her statement and tell her she was wrong. No, please, no! Huh? Please don't joke about things like that, okay? Let's just hurry and find my big brother. Big brother will be able to help us somehow. I know he will. Let's just keep searching. Your big brother? That's right. I'll never be like my big brother, but I'll try my best. Big brother this, big brother that. God, you're annoying. Just give it to me. I'm going to kill you. Kill you. I'll make you wrap those hands around your neck and die. Just die already. Sachiko. My body shook and spasmed uncontrollably. I was being taken over by an invisible force. It was compelling me to speak, to say what would be my very last words on this earth. A suicide note. When you get right down to it. I guess there's nothing I can do, okay? I'll give it to you. I'll give you my life, Sachiko. It's all yours. It was instantaneous. With a single blow, my skull was cracked wide open and blood splattered far and wide. Wait, what? Yuka actually dies? I could feel blood trickling out of my nostrils and right ear. My brain was just jolting out of the right side of my head, fully exposed to the air, but I was still conscious. I can still feel everything. I saw a bright flash of light and realized she had taken a picture of me with that Instacamera she had been holding on to. No! No! What a pretty picture this is! I'll tie that lowly woman. Sachiko was such a cute little girl before, but now her face was twisted into a hateful, spiteful grimace, and she looked down at me in contempt. I know. How about I show this to Big Brother? You told me I could have anything I wanted, right? Well, he's my Big Brother now. Sachiko began petting my sticky, matted head with her coarse, sticky hands, in a mockery of my previous gentleness with her. What a filthy face! Getting this was my goal all along, you know. My scrap of paper from the charm. I want to play with you again, big sis. So I'll spare you from your fate for now. Huh? Let's do this again real soon, big sister Yuka. What does that even mean? What? For fuck's sake! God fucking damn it. Looks like I unlocked Tooth! Looks like I unlocked someone else's voice. Would I like to save? Yes, fucking please. Why the hell would I not? Yes. Thank you. Alright, so, yeah, that was Mire, which I don't know what that fucking word means. Anyway, the next I think we nearly finished this game. The last chapter, I guess. It's called Tooth! So I'll see you guys then, and I'll catch you guys there.